Okay, starting off to a new week. Excited about the way that this team came out and prepared yesterday. Great energy. We've got great leadership. We talked to the team last week that North Dakota would be probably the most important game of the season. And it was. How we're going to handle the travel, playing a ranked team, playing in a dome, and our team responded. Unfortunately, we came up short, but they fought. Proud of the way that this team's staying together and fighting all the way to the very end.
Coach, you mentioned the fight. Just talk about, obviously on the road against a ranked team, obviously you take the lead with a minute left, you're not able to get the job done, but is that, that effort, is that something you can take with you through these next 3 games, the last 3 games?
Absolutely. We came back, obviously disappointed. We're not about moral victories, but really proud of the way that they went and responded. Played all the way to the end. We were down. Fought back to get back into it, went ahead. Unfortunately, weren't able to make a stop at the end, went into overtime, and didn't get the W. But proud of the way this team has responded. I don't have any doubt there's a great character, a lot of great character in this team. We came out Tuesday, and they were all ready to go. We got another great opportunity this week, and we got one more big practice tomorrow, and I expect the same.
Just talk about the growth you've seen in this team this year. Obviously, you guys aren't the same team you were in the opening week, and you've been playing a lot better football here down the stretch. Just talk about the growth you've seen in the guys this year, and just how confident you are that that's going to continue these last 3 games.
Yeah, very confident. Knock on wood. For the most part, guys are hurting, but we've had some injuries. But as far as being healthy, we're probably at a decent place. But mentally, I love the way this team approaches their work. I love the way that they approach their daily basis. They go into the weight room this morning and had a great workout, great meetings this morning. Expect the same tonight. And we've got a great opponent coming in this week, and I expect us to just keep getting better and better until we get that W.
Can you talk a little bit about Elijah Owens? He comes in, obviously big spot, comes through with some big plays, a couple plays with his legs. True freshman, just making plays in that environment against a ranked team. Just what does that do for his development? Well,
I think anytime you can get experience, you can't put a price tag on that, especially at his age. It's hard to play as a freshman, let alone a quarterback. And he's going into an environment that was loud. I didn't put, I didn't really say a whole lot about playing on in a dome or the noise, because I knew our guys would go and play and block that out, and never say anything to the quarterbacks about that. I thought both quarterbacks handled that very well. It was loud in the dome. We asked Elijah to come in a situation right before the half. I felt if we could get a big play to start the second half, or to start the end of the second half, Justin got a long run, and I felt we could get things going. And I know he took a shot at one deep. I know he'd like to have that one back, but his team's got confidence in Elijah if he goes in there, and so do we as coaches.
What are some things that stand out about Youngstown State?
Well, they're very explosive. This is probably one of the best offenses that we'll face. Coach Phillips does a great job. They've gotten better and better each and every year. Quarterback threw for 390 yards last week. They've got great weapons out at the wide receiver spot. They graduated a running back that's playing for the Denver Broncos. And I'm not sure if they missed a beat with the 2 they got right now. They're big up front. Defensively, they're up front. They're very good, and that's where it always starts. But got another great challenge. And I know we're excited for the opportunity, another ranked team coming in here. But we're excited for the opportunity, and we're ready to play on Saturday.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
You've talked all year about the commitment of the team and their work ethic, and that was obvious. As you've already addressed, they've grown with the year. It was obvious last Saturday, and there are no moral victories, but they had to be pumped coming off that, knowing that they take a team last week to overtime, and we're just that close to winning. And you say they come in strong this week with their commitment and their positive attitude. Do you see the team just continuing now to grow with each game, or just how do you feel coming off last week's game?
Well, you said it. There's no moral victory. His team was very, very upset in the locker room. Didn't win, and but I didn't have to come in on Sunday or Monday and try to build their confidence. And we didn't come off a 42-7. I've been to some of these Dakota games where we didn't do as well, and we didn't handle the environment, the travel, and we did. This is a mature football team. I've been to South Dakota State, didn't fare so well on the road. Been to North Dakota State, didn't fare so well. Been to South Dakota, didn't fare so well. This was different. This is a different team and how they approached it. So when I went in and talked to the whole team about, it wasn't about trying to build them up. I didn't have to get in front of them and try to, make up some, story of what they are, and they know what they are. They're a competitive group. They're a close-knit group. So where this team is and the confidence, I wouldn't say I was pumped. I'd say we're disappointed we can get the W, but we didn't lose any confidence when we got back together.
Is the growth of your team based on coming together or some younger kids stepping up?
Well, I think it's the leadership of the guys in this football team and the youth following along. We got guys that are in this program, like Ethan Chambers, plays on all 4 special teams, plays 30 snaps, maybe 40 snaps in a game. You got a guy like Jack Sherman. I look at all those guys as starters. We got guys that are starters. We got guys that have certain roles, and your role changes week to week. And guys, they accept those roles. And your role may change week to week, but it starts with our leadership. The guys that have been in this program, what they have put into this program, and that's why this culture's so great. These guys have done a great job of buying into what we believe in, and the young guys jumping right on board.
Coach, explosive plays were kind of the name of the game last year against Youngstown State. I think combined teams had 6 plays at 50-plus yards just in the first half alone. The battle's going to start up front, and you're starting to see that explosion with Justin, with Harry, with Dakota back there again. How important is that battle in the trenches going to be looking ahead to this game?
Last year it was back and forth. Very first play of the game, Justin Dinka breaks a long one, and unfortunately they answered, and it kind of went back and forth the whole game. And then we had a chance at the end to win it. But we got a heck of a challenge this week with our defense, and not only was last year an explosive game, that's how Youngstown's been. We've seen that at time to time from our offense, and that's going to be important. We're able to do that this week.